of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Hands up, lead!
Watch the run, watch the run. That's side, baby, that's big side.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
41's coming, 41's the mic.
Not here! Raise the head!
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Bengals.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. That's complete. Bernard. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
41 Mike. Here we go, D. Mike 41. We got to wedge that up. Hey, here we go.
So Dalton now. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
First down, Cincinnati.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
Watch the
Hands up.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 by 2. Move.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 41.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Back to
X3, 218, chop it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, check 24, watch 24. You draw Porter.
To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. T.J. Yeldon. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills have taken the lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in after 1. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
41's the mark, 41's the mark. Check 41. Cut. 41's coming, 41's the mark.
Go, can.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
jet bombers. We need 2 jet bombers.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 37-yard line.
Lead!
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Bengals.
Hands up! Lead! Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
41 Mike, 41 Mike.
To try again after the sack. Dalton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Alert, alert, alert!
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. From just shy of midfield, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
From the 25 on second down, Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Regular.
41, Mike, 41. It's our field. It's our field.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 83, ball's going to 83.
To throw again, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Regular. Check. Crunch. 80 weapon. Alert. Hey, Alpha.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, here I come.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check nickel. Check motion.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is Yeldon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 20.
Get ready. 12 more yards. That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
52 right here. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Middle. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, go get him.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Coming again.
Preston Brown.
Wait.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Bills 35, Bengals 2. Stephen Hauschka.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Andy Dalton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. And it'll be Dalton again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Another chance for Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw here, Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Nice.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Round 80!
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Check, tight.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Monday. Hey, wahoo! 57.
From the 38, Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
First and 10 at the 20.
On the run, it's Yeldon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Allen. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 41. Hey, I'm coming.
And Dalton to throw. Finding Green complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Extra point up and good by Bullock as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Allen finds Croft as tight end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Check 26, 2 draw Corkers. On 52. Alert!
You got tight. You got tight right there.
We go.
They'll run with Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here we go. Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Andy Dalton. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Alert!
Mike 57.
Quarterback goes.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. A gain of 6 there on first. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert! Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Shoot! Sponge! No!
Middle.
Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills,